We're live. All right, let's do it live. The time is 6:05. This meeting of the Fern Bluff Municipal Utility District Board of Directors has come to order. Roll call directors. All directors are present. Welcome, everybody. Director Horton, how do you feel about leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
My honor. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Director Horton, and everyone.
Almost like you're overspraying.
Much appreciated. Since Mr. Schmidt is here, let's go ahead and get your update first, sir, and we'll set you on your way.
Nice. The mic on?
Hello.
Good evening.
Mic check. Michael, are you here? Mic check. Hello. Yeah.
Okay, so September, we're still in weekly service for 5 more weeks. That'll be November, believe it or not. 5 weeks and 3 days, actually. It's been regular mowing, and we're continuing to prune in the gardens, pruning plants. Nothing's really changed there. Our irrigation checks are scheduled for tomorrow and Thursday. After that's done, if any repairs are needed, I'll run that through Janie, but checks for September will start those tomorrow. Let's see here. The flowers up here at the community center, we're going to swap those out tomorrow. The front and the back and the pots, that'll be tomorrow and Thursday. That's how we'll finish the week, and the other guys will be, of course, finishing up the parks and doing the maintenance here. Our chemicals, the pre-emergence will start next week, and I'll probably wait a couple more weeks before I fertilize all the gardens. Wait for the temperature to actually break. I know we're getting a cool front, according to Janie tonight, but it still looks like it's pretty hot next week. So the plants will let us know when they're ready. But I've got that scheduled, just kind of waiting for that time to come. But the pre-emergence will start next week, and that'll take a couple of weeks to do that. It's a pre-emergent and a fall fertilizer in one application. And that'll be it for the chemicals in the turf for the rest of the year. That's the last application. And then after I do the beds, that'll complete basically the chemical program for the rest of the year. I mean, kind of just that gets you through fall, and then everything goes dormant for the most part. So we're at that point. As far as the green belts go, we just finished Olson Meadows. The guys are finishing up right now as we speak, and we go to Brightwater next. That'll be next week, and we'll try to finish it next week. It'll be close, but we'll start around the butterfly garden in that area, that big hillside, and then work towards. I always call it Tiny. What's the actual street name?
Trail.
The backside of Brightwater Trail. You turn off of
Columbia Falls.
Okay, yeah, Tiny. Yeah. We'll start around the butterfly or Harryman and kind of go up that way. That's typically how we do that. So we'll be there next week. Again, yeah, we'll be up here tomorrow doing all the annuals and the containers and all that. So if you need me, I'll be here, at least in the morning.
Yeah.
So.
Brian, I noticed PVC irrigation and the Brightwater Greenbelt. Did you reseed wildflowers?
We did. Mm-hmm.
Could y'all
I went by and checked.
please?
Everybody say it.
I went by and checked. There's already bluebonnets coming up. Should be good.
Yes.
Are we still doing Awesome Meadows too? Or is that
Yep.
2 spots at Olson Meadows.
either end?
We did, and then veterans too, between the park and call it the old folks home. I don't know what you guys call it.
Close enough.
Assisted living.
Assisted living. Yeah, there you go. There's a little strip there too. All in all, it was 1.5 acres. When you divide it all up, it was 1.5 acres. So that's what we've got. That's what we're working with. So I foresee it being successful.
It will be. It will be.
It's already germinating, and that was, that was Monday.
Oh, wow, that's great. So if
Yeah.
we got some rain.
So,
it's
yeah,
gonna
that's
be even
temporary.
better.
That's temporary irrigation that we set up just to ensure it. Because I put down a ton of seeds last fall, but there wasn't any rain in October. So, and then this year there's a real shortage on seeds because of that. The bluebonnet seeds are just, you can get them on Amazon, but I don't really know what you're getting on Amazon. I always source it here locally in Central Texas, and the main distributor isn't selling them in bulk this year.
I got a bag full of them at home.
You know what you got. It's like lumber during COVID. Don't lowball me. Yeah. So that's the temporary, and then we hydro seeded. So they actually mix it with newspaper, the seed with water and newspaper, and shoot it on the ground where it sticks. Birds and wind and other elements can't disturb it as easily.
I just want 2020 back. It
Yeah.
was so gorgeous that year.
And we didn't hydro seed that year. We just did that by seed. And
We did.
It worked. We had the temporary irrigation. That makes a big difference.
It does.
And I'll slowly cut that back as the season as it gets cooler. You don't water heavily. Like right now we're watering 3 times a day, 30 minutes each section. It's little MP rotor zones. They kind of slowly rotate like that. Not like a big heavy rotor. Gets the ground, you don't have as much runoff. It's just better for germinating seeds. So that's what we went with. So right now that's why you run it a little longer. It takes a lot longer to put that water out with the small mini rotors. Call them MPs, mini rotators. So right now we're doing 3 times a day, 30 minutes each section. As it gets cooler, I'll just eliminate 1 run time in the middle of the day. We'll get 2, and then we'll cut it down to 1, and then we won't pull everything up just in case.
No, I think that's a good idea.
We're gonna leave it till the bluebonnets, till spring and there's flowers. We'll pull it up, but we can kind of monitor that and keep our finger on the pulse. That's the beauty of having the temporary. That's it. That's all I've got. You guys have any questions?
Any questions for Brian Schmidt, anybody?
As soon as you walk out, I'll come up with one. Thank you.
Janie has my number.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Brian.
it.
See you tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right. Next item on the agenda, citizens communications. I have no requests for citizens to speak, and none are here to address us in person. So we're going to mark that item complete. Do we have any items to remove from the consent agenda?
We do, I don't have anything, but the minutes, crazy month, they're in front of you guys. I've read them, but we didn't get them into the packet, obviously.
I got a comment on them.
Okay, well, go ahead. They're fabulous. Go ahead.
Page 2, second paragraph, says, after discussion, Director Barnes moved to approve a resolution adopting the budget as presented. Director Blank seconded it.
Wait a second.
I'll go back and verify who that was, unless somebody remembers.
I don't remember.
Running.
Okay, I'll go back and look.
Yeah, sorry, but just for completeness, we probably need to.
I have that. Hold on.
There you
You got that?
Give me 1 second. I got it.
Yeah, let's add it in and we'll amend the minutes.
Rich Horton.
That's what I thought.
Director Horton. Okay.
You called it. You called it.
All right. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda with the addition of naming Director Horton as the director who seconded adoption of the budget?
So moved.
Director Horton, that's the motion. I heard over here first. Director Barnes seconds the motion. All in favor? Consent agenda passes. Thank you. All right, are we ready to do proposals for shade cover at Fern Bluff Veterans and Olson Meadows Parks?
Those are in your packet, starting on page 19. This is really the result of requests from our residents. None of the proposals in front of you will be complete shade at any of the parks, but it will be strategically placed during the hot periods, if you will. The first one on page 19, that's for Olson Meadows. As you know, we put that extended toddler area in the front, and there is no shade down there. So this would be 2 shade covers there at the toddler area. Let's see, the second one.
Page 26 is the plot.
At Veterans, that is our toddler area, and again, that's let me pull up that model. That's 2 that would be over the little playscape area, and 1 over the swing area. Mostly, this is going to give a little bit of relief from the equipment heating up as much, but it won't be full shade. Some locations are going in and trying to do full shade. These won't, but they will definitely help. The last one is for Fern Bluff Park. That is on page 39. No, sorry. Oh, and I should also say we propose doing the same lagoon color for the shades. You know, all the equipment is in shades of green with little pops of blue. The blue shade is kind of a nice contrast, but that's what we propose to do at the other parks. So Fern Bluff will be, adding shade over the large playscape area there and on the swings. Just to let y'all know, cost-wise, this comes up to right at $220,000. We are right at $600,000 under budget for our parks, so there's no issue with the budgeting. I mean, I kind of feel bad that we weren't able to kind of figure out the shade issues during the design process, but it was very hard because we have these various, established parks. So how are they going to fit? How's the tree cover going to work? So this is just an enhancement. Let me just put it that way. It's an addition and enhancement that would help with a little bit of the intense sun.
Cool.
Any questions?
No.
Timeline. If we get these approvals to them right away, we will probably have installation December, maybe running into early January, which is kind of great timing, Warlick's has been incredibly good in getting us on the schedule, as soon as they possibly can. So none of this is a do or die, obviously, but it's not going to be, 6 months from now either.
What kind of warranty do they have on these things?
There is no real warranty on them if it is damage due to installation. In other words, a bolt tore one or whatever, but we are putting up fabric and it is thick and it is durable, but if someone is going to try to damage it, they can.
Yeah, I was just thinking, just wondering.
Yeah. The biggest, well, I could say the good and the bad. The good thing about having these very strategically placed shades, they're not as big and they're not as prone to wind damage. Not to say that if we didn't have some intense storm that it couldn't happen, okay? But if you, it's like being in a tent, you know, same type of thing. But these are, and they don't have sides to them or anything that would hold on to the wind. But this is, it'll be a maintenance, ongoing maintenance.
Yeah, well, I mean, my experience at the Oprah pool is those things can last quite a while, but when
They
they
can.
go, they go.
They can, no, that is exactly right. It's kind of like an awning.
Yeah,
We have a big one across the pool, and I think we installed it a long time ago, 10, 12, maybe 4 years ago, and it's just falling apart now. So we're looking at rehabbing it redone, but so I was just curious as whether they had warranted it, this company had a warranty or not.
No,
That's all.
they're, I mean, obviously, if they're, it's landscape structures, I mean, they're very, you know, very good company. If there was something that was, you know, a manufacturer defect or
probably
something
cover,
like
yeah.
that, they absolutely would cover
Okay.
that.
Cool.
We have one in Stone Canyon that's, I would say is probably 15 years old, and it had a little slit in it, and it's not grown, and it's still durable, still working, and we didn't think it was cost effective to replace it. So,
I think that those get installed, people expecting 10 years out of them. They start to become prominent about, just half the turn century. And you're seeing a lot of them still in place.
yeah,
So I think they seem to be wearing pretty well as far as cover goes. Across this place, and the schools use them, and they're everywhere. They're
They
quite
are.
prolific.
and if you're not a perfectionist, there are ways that they can be repaired.
Oh, yeah. We had the Oprah one repaired once, but now it's like,
Yeah.
the wires are gone.
I kind of think of it like our tennis court screens that we have, you know, that they're good, they're there, they last a good long time. But what you said, once they, you know, at the grommets, then it's gone and you've got to replace it. But it's not like something we'll have to do every year. No, they last much longer. Fern Bluff Park, I would say, would be the biggest issue. I don't know why. Inevitably, when we get these big thunderstorms, something is, there's bad juju down at the Fern Bluff Park. I'm just saying, it will get hit. Am I kidding?
No, no.
We don't know why. I don't know if it's, but you know, maybe not. Our parks are so pretty. Maybe it'll just last a really long time. We have these crazy lightning storms, and it blows up our.
A brief comment, if I
Yes.
might share. As I recall, when we started planning these projects, we added some contingency in our budget, our plans for these to cover for unforeseen construction costs. We haven't run into any of those, and all the projects are running under budget. And it sounds like the price of these is certainly within contingency scope of what we had for these things, but we didn't run into soil or stone issues or construction or demolition issues that in any of the parks. So yeah, I think this kind of easily fits in, though we didn't think about that yours, and we're still within the scope of what we had planned to budget-wise for these capital improvements. So that's just some thoughts I had I want to share with the board.
And when we approved the other improvements, the comments were made that, we would have to address shading later, that might be an issue, and then, there might be an expenditure there. So none of this is surprising. And,
No.
the fact that we're staying in budget
Under budget.
or under budget is a good sign.
I like under budget.
Me too.
So on that note, I wouldn't mind moving to accept these proposals.
All right, Director Smith moves to accept all three Warlick's proposals.
I'll second that motion.
Second by Director Horton. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion carries 5-0.
I'll get in touch with them
Get her
tomorrow.
done. Get her done.
All right, agenda item 8, proposal for auditing service for district's fiscal year 2025-26.
Don Almond's audit engagement letter is there in the packet on page 41.
It's actually 43 on the computer.
Can't believe we're already engaging our auditor. I don't know where this year's gone.
It went behind
Poof, it's gone, yeah.
Is there anything that needs to be noted on this form that's different from last year?
We still have the same not to exceed 12,000. It's basically what we've done for years with Mr. Almond.
Okay. Cool. So is this something that we have to vote on, or is this just?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to make a motion that we accept the engagement to, the audit engagement letter to Donald L. Almond CPA.
Motion by Director Horton,
I'll second that.
second by Director Smith. Any further comment?
Got a tag team going here.
All in favor? Motion carries 5-0. Excellent. Agenda item number 9, amendments to rate order. What do we got?
This is the amendment to our rate order based on our service increases that we just approved in the budget. I think that's the only real change in the rate order, correct?
Yes, ma'am. I did make one other small change to
Oh, yeah.
the enforcement provisions that are way back on page 59 of the packet, or 16 of the rate order. And under civil penalties, I just revised that to make it consistent with the fact that Section 49004 of the Texas Water Code lays out what the maximum civil penalties are for water districts. And as of right now, it's $20,000, but that's because that same section of law also states that that number is tied to the jurisdiction of a justice court. So as of right now, it's $20,000, but it goes up about every 2-3 sessions or so. So rather than us having to worry about what that dollar amount is, I just revised it so it's specific reference to that code. So that's the only other revision I made.
Which section is that under?
49004 of the Texas Water Code.
Oh, here it is. Enforcement. I hadn't gone that far enough yet.
Okay, so basically,
Oh, yeah.
we're stating the statutory limits.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And still on page 54, we also made a change to item 5, fire hydrant meter fees.
Oh, yeah.
We raised the that amount to $1,500 from $800. So that's just to cover the cost of a fire hydrant meter, backflow preventer in the event of damage or theft.
And we did have one more.
Oh, we did.
Remember the limitation on meters?
Yes.
Yes. That's page 5 of the order, page 48 of the packet. Right there at the top in bold letters. Fortunately, I don't think Fern Bluff has had a run of this problem so far, knock on wood, but we have seen it many other times in other places. So we were just very clear and no equivocating here, spelled out the fact that no lot can have access or installed. It cannot have installed or access to more than one water meter connection and one wastewater connection. And that's to kind of hopefully get ahead of anybody who thinks they're going to build a second living quarter in the back of their house, perhaps, or something like that. So
It's reasonable.
I think that is all we've got. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right, and then once assuming we pass the rate order, that's to be published and all the rest of it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And is there a date that would take effect? Is it upon?
It would be tonight. Do we do this one effective tonight? It'll be tonight. Yes, sir.
Do I have a motion to accept the amendments to the rate order?
Motion to accept the amendment to the rate order.
All right, motion by Director Stemko,
Second.
second by Director Smith. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Oh, do you have to,
Okay.
you're good? All right.
We're heading.
All in favor? You're just ahead of me. 5-0. Motion carried. Rate order, amendments to the rate order are accepted. Thank you. All right. General Manager's report and Operators report.
My report is on page 62. We just went through the first two. Park equipment installations are complete. Of course, now we'll be adding shade covers to it. Our tennis, pickleball, and reconfigured basketball courts, they are substantially complete. We are at this point waiting for our access
control.
like our key fobs, access control to all be finished, because we've obviously added gates with the pickleball and all of that. It appears that we will meet our goal date, the end of September. Our residents are super excited to get those courts open. Basketball, obviously, they can already play on, but people are super excited about the pickleball court.
We designated someone to hit the first tennis ball or pickleball. Can we send Director Horton out there to hit the first ball?
Well, I was sending Hector, but if you want to send Rich,
I'll yield. I will yield to
the
Director
first
Horton.
game.
Who's organizing the party?
Oh, I just got my racket restrung.
Hey,
Oh, there you go.
I don't have one, so you got it.
I got a pickleball set, so.
Obviously, we changed the bulk pickup to November 8th. Zach, as general manager, question. I think it was at the last meeting you were telling us that we were going to need to start posting our agenda on Wednesdays rather than Fridays. When does that start?
September 1.
September 1?
Yeah, and I will tell you, there's some ambiguity in the way they drafted the law. It says business days, but it doesn't define business days. So you have to go back to the Co-Construction Act and do some eye crossing and some nose wriggling. But yeah, going forward, just to err on the side of caution, that's going to be my recommendation.
Post on Wednesday.
5 or 6 p.m. Wednesday. Latest.
I think so. Yeah. Again, it did.
Actually,
Legislature
first
didn't do
Tuesday.
us any favors, did not provide any definitions or anything like that. But
Did they
Yes,
provide it?
so-
Did they identify it as days or as hours?
that
Business day.
the hours, it was clear and easy. Now
Yeah.
it's not.
So if we're on call 24/7, would that constitute?
No, sir.
Darn,
No, sir.
good try.
It's
Yeah.
actually not going to be 36 by 8.
Oh, geez, yeah. Yeah, sometimes it feels that way.
Man, inflation stinks.
Doesn't it? The only other thing that I'll bring up, which we'll get to setting the next meeting later on the agenda, but we really need to look at our calendar for November and December and how we're going to do our meetings. Because both of our next meetings are falling within a holiday week. So just start thinking about what y'all's plans are, and then we'll talk about it at the end of the meeting. And to that end, I'm done.
Okay. Operations, anything?
I won't talk much about tennis or pickleball, so we've been there, done that. But don't have a whole lot for this month. We've done some work at the pump station. We actually poured a concrete pad to add the jockey pump. I believe we've talked about it several meetings ago. So we've got the base on there. The piping's already done. So the pump came in recently. We just need to kind of finish that, that last step of installing the pump and motor. And so we're excited about that one. That I think that'll be a good addition to the pump station, keep us nice and steady on our operations.
If I remember right, that jockey pump's going to help with the amount of starts that the regular pump is.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes, our summertime averages are roughly 168 starts per day per pump. So each pump just, it starts, it'll run for a minute, 1.2 minutes at most. and that just it really tears up the motors on those pumps.
This helps to extend the life of those pumps.
Yes. So we'll basically we'll be pumping 24/7 at a lower rate and just keep the pressure kind of steady instead of jumping up, down,
Fewer
up,
spikes.
down. So helps with the piping, doesn't expand, every time the pump comes on. So we'll just
Not a massive head swing to keep
Exactly.
things flowing.
yes, sir.
But they're still loud, right?
I'm sorry.
I said those pumps are still loud, right?
Yes.
Still out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Especially when they shut off, they have little ratcheting, some stainless steel balls so that pump doesn't flow backwards. So when it's slowing down, it's like it's loud. It's loud. So.
It is very loud.
You were showing me this when I first joined the board. He showed me the pump station. It was like, and it turned on as we were walking in. Like, peel me off the ceiling.
So, yeah, and for those of you who haven't done the tour or whatever, it's a phone call away. So, anytime you want to go check out your facilities, we're more than happy to bring the mule out and go for a ride. So, yeah, and only other thing, iron and manganese, we're still dealing with some residual phone calls. We get those folks that have water softeners. They look at their pre-filter and it's brown, and it's like, well, it's free vitamins, minerals.
Filter's doing its job, I guess.
Filter's doing its job, but the water's totally safe. We're testing it every day. We're doing more flushing than I'd prefer, but when it's necessary, we're gonna do what's right by the people. So we're doing more flushing.
Is this just like an across the board flushing, or you're monitoring like levels? You're like, all right, let's do it now.
We're finding those pockets. I mean, there's a lot of sections that are nice and clear, and that's good. But then you'll go into cul-de-sac. It's like, all right, it's just slow flow in that cul-de-sac, or just a little pocket of pipe that just makes a loop, and it just keeps on. You flush it here, it comes back. So we're trying to catch all of it, do some directional flushing, that kind of stuff to get it all out. But it's still in the source water slightly. Right. So, right. I mean, we can flush all day long, and if it's in the source, it's still gonna be there. So it's targeted, but we're finding those areas that complaint driven. Somebody's complaining, we'll go to that area and just try to just follow it around, try to find the places that give us the bang for the buck on our flushing. So we're not just doing it willy-nilly. It's Jeremiah's been doing a great job following those little pockets, and Richard and the guys, I mean, they're doing really good with that. So
excellent.
That's all I have.
We thank all you guys for your efforts on that. Thank you. All right. Next item, roads committee. Do we have anything new on roads?
No,
It's happening.
it's happening. Yeah.
It's kind of getting flat over there.
Yeah, they're scraping land, right?
Oh my gosh, they're up to the intersection. It's moving along.
Closer to done than starting.
Slow but steady wins the race. Okay. Budget committee. Director Barnes, do you have anything for us?
Nothing really, except for we just finished fiscal year 25, and
Next week.
Unless I said that wrong, do we finish fiscal year 24 or 25?
24, 25.
24.
Well, yeah. We are about to start fiscal year 20. Well, with this month, September 1, we just started fiscal year 25, 26.
October 1.
So,
October 1 start?
oh, is it October 1?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Overall, I mean, we spent a lot of money last year, but the parks look great. We got new tennis courts, new basketball courts, and pickleball courts, and spent money that we've been talking about spending for a while. So, but that's about it.
All right. Excellent. Thank you, Director Barnes. District Community Center Committee.
I'm sorry.
Community Center? Do we have anything?
We're already getting a lot of requests for holiday, but other than that, we're doing good. We're getting new flowers here this week. That's pretty much what I know.
Yeah. Beautification. All right. Couldn't let it go.
No,
Could
he
not
won't.
touch
He
it.
just won't.
It's gotta touch it.
I'm gonna just bring that song from the movie and just let it sit here by you.
I'm trying to help you get past the PTSD on this.
I know,
Dave.
it's
I
really
am.
hard. I know.
really am.
I know.
It's
contagious.
PTSD, that's true.
All right. Deed restriction committee, Director Horton, do we have anything?
Nothing new. All quiet on the Western Front.
Amen to that. Security committee, Director Barnes, do we have anything?
Nothing more than we had 111 patrol hours. I think just kind of the usual stuff, mischievous teenagers, and that kind of stuff. But I don't think there was anything major.
Good. Quiet is good.
Don't say that word. Your
Good.
son is a deputy. You know not to say the Q word.
Yes, that's true.
That's true.
That's true.
Where'd it go?
That is true. That is true. Communications, Director Smith, do we have anything?
Yeah, I was just looking back at my notes from our last meeting. So I think we've already covered the online payment update requirements. I think we've covered the bulk trash date change. I guess the request to stay off the basketball court is kind of, I don't remember if we talked about that in the last email or not, but it's kind of moved now.
But now,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then being that the water safety, despite the color, I think that was sent out already, right?
Mhm.
So what we had in lined up for October was notice to buyers, which I think we just signed off on, rate changes and tax rate decrease, and was there anything else that we wanted to add to a newsletter for October, November?
Bulk
Oh,
Wastewater
pickup?
averaging will start in November.
Bulk pickup for November?
Oh, bulk pickup.
Yeah, that went out already, but we can redo
Yeah,
that,
we can do
rehash
that.
that.
We can put the bulk, if we send it out in October, we can remind them of that. And our sewer averaging period will
Oh,
start
right.
November 15th.
So we
That'll
got
be good to mention.
bulk and sewer averaging. Okay. So then we got those 4 items, and if anything else comes up, we can add them. I figured we can have this prepped by mid-October.
Oh, sure.
So,
Beautiful.
and if anybody else has any other thoughts about what we should, add to a newsletter, let me know. And I'm done.
Thank you. Much appreciated. Next item, ongoing and anticipated litigation. Mr. Attorney, what do you have?
I really don't have any updates, Mr. President. I do know that Mr. Leone worked out a docket control order with the defendants, and everything's on track to move forward under that order. If the board like, I can ask Mr. Leone if he can visit with the board by phone or in person next month if there's something that's actually occurred, but it's been pretty quiet as of right now. So assuming that changes, either I or John or both, be sure and let everybody know.
Okay, excellent. Thank you for the update.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's talk about meeting dates, not just October, but November and December as well.
Okay.
So Thanksgiving's late, it's on the 27th. And our fourth Tuesday is the 25th.
What we've done in the past, I'll just say that, is not have a December meeting because everybody is traveling so much. So if we could have our meeting, hold on, let me move back to November.
Can we do the 16th?
Like the 18th of November, Zach, a lot of it's gonna depend on you.
Let's see.
That's on a Tuesday.
That works out great.
Does it work out great?
Yes, ma'am. It does.
So what we could do is have the November 18th meeting and then not have a December meeting. If y'all would like to do that again. Of course, if something comes up and we need to have a meeting, then we'll just try to find 3 directors that are available to do that. But that's totally up to y'all, 'cause
Or could December 16th be a go? pencil in the calendar, and if we so choose to cancel it in November, we can. do
That's,
that.
I mean, that's totally up to you guys. I was just saying kind of what we had done in the past, and December is always,
So,
well, I shouldn't say that out loud, should I?
No,
Why?
no, I don't know.
Famous last words. Don't do it.
I think, personally, I think that, if something comes up the 1st of December, that you can arrange for a meeting as opposed to putting it on the calendar, but I don't really care
Totally
either.
up. Whatever you guys want.
I guess what I'm saying, I'm good either way. So,
So November 18th works for you, Zach?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so our November meeting would be November 18th.
got it. And then the December meeting, we're just gonna, well, we gotta figure that out, whether we're gonna move it forward or cancel it. I guess we could move it to this, well, it depends again on Zach, move it to the 16th and then cancel it if there's no real business to cover.
For December, you mean?
I
Mark?
heard it
Yeah.
somewhere.
I think that will actually work too. I'm available on the 16th of December too. If we do end up needing to meet.
I like that plan. Let's do that.
Okay, so,
16th, December 16th?
move the 23rd to the 16th.
For December.
And then that's open for, if we need it, we'll do it. If we don't need it, we can cancel it.
That'll just be fun.
Good idea.
Wasn't my idea, I stole it.
Okay, so say that again. We're doing
November 18th
November
and
18th
December
and
16th.
December 16th.
Penciled in.
Penciled in.
Okay.
All right, do we have any future agenda items? Yeah. Okay, nothing.
Let's make a motion, we get out of Dodge.
We have a motion to adjourn for Director Horton. Second by Director Sabatino.
Well.
All in favor?
All right.
Time is, the motion carries. The motion carries. The time is 6:48 and this meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Perfect.
ladies.